Mandalorian Minute.
Woohoo!
I'm Josh.
I am Ben.
Today we are in the same room together.
Yay!
Doing this for once.
Yay! High five!
Kaboom! I'm gonna put a little explosion in there.
You need the Death Star exploding.
We'll be covering Season 2, Episode 4, or Chapter 12 of The Mandalorian today. If you haven't watched this before or listened to this, well, I guess, no, it's only on YouTube now. So, if you haven't watched this before, this isn't like the podcast. There's no filler, no bullshit. It's just all about the episode.
Yep.
So, we start in outer space, in the Razor Crest, and Baby Yoda's doing a little fix-it.
What's left of the Razor Crest?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Razor Crest is a real piece of shit now.
Like what's funny is they made it look like it was falling out of the sky, even though it's in space. It still looked like it was falling. That was fantastic. Baby
Yoda's in a hole in the wall, and Mando's trying to explain to him how to switch wires, and he's just not getting it. It was a cute opening.
It was it had a lot of comedy, but just the right comedy, not too much. It wasn't slapsticky.
Then Baby Yoda gets electrocuted. but he's fine.
Smoke coming out of his hair. Oh, I loved it. He's like, "You all right?"
And then they celebrate by drinking some soup together. Mando kept popping his hood up,
so you can see his chin. We get to see his chin. Yeah, that's part of that, man.
Sipping on soup. And they say that they're going to go back to Navarro, which is where the season finale of season 1 took place. Yep. It's like kind of like a lava planet. If you haven't watched, well, I mean, I assume you've watched it if you're watching this. Because they can't get to where they need to go.
Yeah, the ship's too far gone for them to fly across the galaxy.
They're trying to go to the planet that Ahsoka's on to talk to a Jedi, but they're not going to make it. So they're going to go back to Navarro, get the ship fixed up, and then they'll be on their way.
So, is it? I don't know what I was expecting for this season. Like, and I don't know if it's going to be the same way in every season where they just keep rounding back to the same planets, or are they going to advance? That's my only problem. Is I feel like they take steps back in each episode. They go back to where they were before. They go back to where they were before, and they did that in the first season. They introduced in the first half, and they went back and introduced and revisited in the second half of season 1, and now they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't feel like they didn't do that in the last 2 episodes.
No, yeah, all right, I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it fits. These people purposely stayed there,
right?
So, we cut from there to the Mandalorian, I guess, like stronghold from season 1, kind of the underground lair of the Mandalorians. You can see the crest is missing off the wall, and there are some looters. It's the same creature that gets his hand cut off. It's not the same character, but it's the same creature, same species of character from A New Hope that Obi-Wan cuts his arm off. Kind of like I don't even know. They kind of look like Zoidberg a little bit, but with like
I think they
butt
look
melts.
they look like a blunt-faced walrus.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "Ooh, I don't like those. Those are scary." I'm like, "Those are the guys from the original Star Wars, New Hope."
Yeah. He doesn't like you.
I don't like you either.
Yeah, those people, they're just looting away, and
I think they're scarier looking in this.
Yeah, they were a little more terrifying.
They were more detailed. I like the way they look in this one, just more refined. Yeah. As a species.
Cara Dune, which is Gina Carano's character from season 1, she just shows up and kills everybody. I love how everyone just shows up and kills everybody. Yeah,
there's no questions.
That's in my notes every week, and now everyone's dead. like it happens. Anytime anyone runs into a group of people, it's like, well, the outnumbered person is just going to murder everybody.
So here's my... is the death toll for this series bigger than what Disney's ever done?
I mean, if you count the fucking Death Star shit, like, there was like millions
but that
of people
was pre-Disney.
Yeah,
and we're talking like Disney puts their heavier rated things on a different channel.
Yeah,
and Disney they use Hulu for that because they own Hulu, so Hulu gets their R ratings and all their other stuff.
Well, they've always done shit like that. They used to own TriStar and stuff like that. Yeah.
So now they're just racking up the death toll. I'm just saying.
Yeah, this show definitely kills a lot of people.
Yeah, because they're not done.
Especially this season. There's been bodies everywhere. Pretty much every episode.
Yep, let the bodies hit the floor.
But Cara Dune is now the marshal of the planet.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the guy that was wearing Boba Fett's armor was the marshal of their town. So she's just kind of like the sheriff. Carl Weathers is kind of like the mayor. He's just kind of like running the town.
Yeah, he's the black market mayor.
Yeah, yeah.
He may be running the town, but he's running the black market as well. So he's not doing it above board.
So they have a big like what do you call that? Like a happy reunion.
A powwow.
And they're like, we'll fix the Razor Crest. We'll get back up looking brand new. We need to talk to you about some stuff going on, so let's bring the child to the school. And we're just going to leave him there to be babysat by like a C-3PO type droid.
A 3PO droid, which was awesome because it's exactly like the one that was from Empire Strikes Back in the ice cave when they were in there.
Yeah.
In their ice thing on Hoth. And it was a female one at this time. She had a female voice. Phenomenal. I really enjoyed seeing something that's that original to the series in the show. It brought a lot of things back.
Baby Yoda is placed next to a boy eating cookies. I have the note, that's not how snack time works. This boy is mid-session and he's just snacking away on some cookies.
You can buy those cookies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they look familiar.
Well, no, those are macaroons, like French macaroons, but they've already marketed those blue ones.
Oh, yeah.
For Star Wars.
Everything's blue.
Yeah.
All the food is blue.
Yeah.
But Baby Yoda wants some. That kid's like, fuck off. You ain't getting them. And Baby Yoda takes them by force.
He's a prick.
Literally. He uses the force and takes those cookies. He's not really. I mean, that kid was kind of a fucking prick.
He was. He's like, nah.
He kind of asked nicely. And
nah, you green skin freak. You can't have any of my cookies.
He's space racist.
Yeah, you bastard.
Spacist.
I threw that in there for Bub and Gobs. You bastards.
You bastard. Let's see. They go to Carl. I'll just keep calling Carl Weathers. They go to his office, and the fish man from the very first scene of The Mandalorian is there. The one that Mando froze in carbonite. He is now working off his debt for Carl Weathers.
230 years.
Yeah. And all he does is complain, basically. So he's just he's there.
He's the whipping post. He just does everything he's told.
He's kind of like Barf from like this was a little bit of a Spaceballs episode, even though it was very serious.
Yep.
And they're like, we have this Imperial base, and we'd really like to get all the weaponry out of it to sell it on the black market.
When they said it was abandoned, an abandoned base.
Well, they said it should be abandoned, but it's still like active. And they don't know why, so they want Mando to go with them to check it out and see what's going on, because the Empire is supposed to be abolished, like it's not supposed to exist anymore.
Yep.
So they go in a speeder, same type of speeder Luke Skywalker rides around in.
A little beefier.
Yeah, engine was a little different.
Really close to being the same thing, but beefier on the back end.
They get in. There are stormtroopers, so it's definitely still active. No, it's because I don't know.
And they just start killing stormtroopers left and right. And Mando goes up to the second level to get in that way because they couldn't get the door open, and he throws a stormtrooper off the platform and just plump kills him right then and there.
So their idea is to just blow the whole base up. And then, like, so that if there's any, like, remnants of the Empire, they won't come back looking for anything. So they are going to shut the cooling off. And this part was actually pretty funny because they make the fish man go out there and do it.
Yep.
And it's like the scene in A New Hope where Obi-Wan walks around the, like, corridor.
Yeah.
But the fish guy's like, there's no guardrail here. Like, this is very dangerous.
Yeah,
Why are the controls just out here in the middle of nowhere?
That's a big joke in the whole world of Star Wars. The total disregard for safety. Yeah. I read a comment on it. They're like, yeah, they're just paying homage to the disregard for safety, and they put a side-by-side picture of what I was reading of the new one and of the one from New Hope, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. I was telling the wife the same thing. I'm like, oh, this is just like Star Wars. Love it.
So they got 10 minutes to get out of the building, and they run into some stormtroopers, and then they run into these people that are trying to erase hard drives. Because they think that they're there for some sort of information. And when they come in the room, they're just like, just destroy the computer. So he starts shooting the computer, and then it's just a big gunfight, and those two guys die. And they're like, what the hell is all this? And I got you see like bodies, like
kind of like mutated
cloning bodies, and it looked like I just put Snoke in my notes. Because it looks like Snoke from Rise of Skywalker when they show him in all the chambers.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they're able to bring up on the computer a hologram of the doctor who had Baby Yoda originally, who's definitely, he works in cloning because he has the Camino cloning badge on his shoulder. And he's talking about how the body that they were working on rejected the blood that they were trying to give it, and they didn't have enough blood to keep working on it because Baby Yoda went missing. He was so small they couldn't. They didn't have enough blood with a high enough M count. So they're definitely talking about midichlorians.
Yes, definitely.
So it'll be interesting to see what's going on there.
So they're trying to create, from what I get from that, somebody that's forced.
I think they're trying to clone the Emperor's body to get him into a new body because his body's all fucked up.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll see where they go with that. But that message, that hologram message, is from Moff Gideon, and they thought Moff Gideon was dead. And they're like, but this is only from 3 days ago, so we got to get the fuck out of here.
Because Moff Gideon could come back at any time.
So Mando takes off. He's like, I gotta get the kid. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And they're like, all right. So he jetpacks away. These three are fighting some stormtroopers. They get onto an old. Like kind of transport ship just for like it's not a jet. It doesn't fly.
No, it's like a freighter, but it's like a speeder.
Yeah, it's like an industrial speeder with a turret on it and stuff. So they get in that. They're on the run. They're trying to get back. They're getting chased by TIE fighters. Carl Weathers shooting down some TIE fighters. And
trying to shoot down.
He shoots down one TIE fighter.
Oh, and the stormtroopers got on those speeder bikes, like from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stormtroopers get on speeder bikes and go launch out. You see it in the trailer, the trailer for season 2. They like go off this cliff and go down a hill. 2 of them immediately eat shit and crash into each other. And it's just like, how fucking bad are you people at everything?
They're bad. They're bad at everything.
So just when it's curtains for our heroes, Mandalorian shows up in the Razor Crest, all brand new and shiny.
All refurbished.
And somehow dogfights like 4 TIE fighters, even though they're like swift and meant for speed, and he's in a big like transport vehicle basically. He's somehow outmaneuvering these TIE fighters and shoots them all down.
It's crazy.
And they're like, oh, can you stay? And he's like, no, we gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here before anyone shows up.
Yeah, he didn't even land. He's just like,
they left from the ship. Baby Yoda.
Sorry to shit and get.
Still eating cookies and threw up all over himself from all the spinning around. And
blue puke.
Yeah, they just take off. The same the same Resistance member from the second episode where they were in the snow when Mando ran into the X-Wings, the same rebel member from the X-Wing shows up there to kind of investigate what happened, since like a rebel, an Imperial base got blown up, so they got to come.
So the police of the universe,
they're basically the galaxy police. So
there's something we missed before all that, and I noticed it, but didn't think anything of it. Was one of the characters that was told to fix the Razor Crest.
Oh yeah,
had that shady look.
Yeah. They really foreshadow what's gonna happen when Mando gets to the planet. They show that these guys are like, we're gonna fix up your ship, and they really linger on this one, giving them a kind of
like the dirty eyeball. And then later on in the show, he calls Moff Gideon, right?
Turns out, he
turns everybody in. So.
But yeah, Gina Carano's talking to the rebel guy, and he's like, "You gotta tell me what's going on here. Like, these type of things are happening all over the galaxy. Like, this is not an isolated incident. Basically, like, the Empire is reforming into the First Order here.
Yeah,
and like, so it's gonna be one of those things again where all these bad guys rose up, and it's their fault for not doing it right." But yeah, then we cut to an Imperial ship in space, which looked awesome.
Oh, that ship was the balls.
Yeah, again, movie graphics here.
I think the whole show was movie graphic quality. Yeah. I think it was amazing.
And there is a female Imperial officer, and she's talking to that person, the person that was working on the ship, definitely a planted spy.
Yep.
Who's like, I put a tracker in the Razor Crest, and now I'll be able to find the child. And she's like, sweet. Exact quote.
Sweet.
And she walks off, and she goes into a room where Moff Gideon is. He's kind of cut. He's all armored up like always. And she's like, I will be able to find the child. It's all good. And he's like, oh, awesome. And
another direct quote.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I wrote this episode. But he's standing in a room full of almost like Vader armor.
Yeah, I was wondering what those were.
I looked it up. They call it Sith troopers.
Ah.
So it's like an advanced stormtrooper. So
my
those
question,
come into play because they kind of got like Darth Vader-ish masks.
Isn't that the same thing? Kind of like what Kylo Ren had was the Sith troopers. Weren't those?
Which one? Like
his team of people that
the Knights of Ren.
The Knights of Ren, are those not? They
were supposed to be like, that's why they fucked that up too in the Rise of Skywalker, because those guys are supposed to be the Jedis in training that were in like because Luke was forming the new Jedi Council and training new Jedis, like. And they all went to the like Snoke took Kylo Ren, he just took all of them with him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They should have all had like lightsabers and shit, but no, they just had like knives and stuff. That didn't make any fucking sense.
No, they should have been Jedi Force users or something.
Yeah, so this episode was pretty good. It was it kind of felt like the middle of a long episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just kind of like, it wasn't a nothing episode, but it was kind of a filler episode. Except for, like, these big... It was kind of, like, up and down to these, like, big important points and things that didn't really matter. How many Baby Yodas out of 5?
I'm going to give this one a 4, because I'm just enamored with the whole show.
Yeah.
I thought it moved the story a little bit. I think there was a step back going to these other people, but I suppose if you have any good series on television, they're going to do the same thing. They visit the same places, they talk to the same people, and I do like the fact that his Razor Crest is fixed.
Yeah.
And the fact that Baby Yoda threw up everywhere just really tickled me blue. So
yeah, I'll give it a 4 too.
Yep.
It's one of those things you would think, yeah, they'll go, like, they're just going to go right to Ahsoka, but that's going to be a pretty big deal, so
that's going to be a longer
they're definitely going to build that up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't even get that in the next episode. Like, they might drag that out all season.
Yeah.
So
only show her for 5 minutes at the end.
I think there's only 4 more episodes left anyway, so there isn't much left. Yeah, all right. So there's our review. We always try to keep these about 20 minutes.
Short and sweet, baby.
Yeah. So I'm Josh.
I am Ben.
And this has been your 4 Nerds by Nerds Mandalorian Minute.
Stay nerdy, my friends.